Welcome back to Let's Play Endless Space 2 on the Reawakening Update. This is Series 10, Episode number 65. I'm JC Proton. We are picking up at turn number 103. We're playing a standard faction of the United Empire on Endless difficulty in a normal speed game. In this episode, at long last, we will finally free the galaxy from the danger that is the Cravers. We are taking them out. We're going to destroy almost all of their fleets that remain. We're going to invade all 4 of their remaining star systems. And they'll be basically unable to threaten anyone any longer. So we have a fleet here at HD 50833, which is a collapsing star. Almost poetic with the collapsing empire that the Cravers have. So we'll be doing a fleet battle there, and that's basically the Cravers' last stand. They have 2 medium ships that are damaged over here at Miragashi, and we have a plenty big fleet to deal with that. So we'll go ahead and kick it off. Let's go ahead and attack here at HD 50833, if I could say it, but whatever. So I think to make it fun, we'll only include, we're not going to include the 2 flags or the hunter. We're just going to trim the attack force back to our hero ship, 4 attackers and 1 protector. So just to make it a little bit more challenging. Even so, we'll have an attack of 6,500, a defense of 6,000, and 37,500 hit points against 8 medium ships, one of which is a coordinator. All 7 of the others are hunters. Their combined strength is 8,700 attack, 5,500 defense, 27,500 hit points. So on paper it looks to be sort of a fight. Alright, man, let's throw down. And yeah, we've got an edge of about 2 to 1 almost. We'll go full reserves, because we need to preserve action points, because there's a lot of things this hero is going to need to do this turn. He's going to be flying around doing a lot of stuff. That's one of the good things about fast heroes, is they can engage in multiple battles, do lots of different stuff in a single turn. They're pretty useful. Okay, so we're going to go with the hero ship and 2 attackers, and a protector ship and 2 attackers in the top 2 lanes. And here's how it stacks up, and let's do it. So they're going with repair and recover, which is pretty smart. I mean, anything that survives is going to get a nice repair. Interestingly, we went from a 2 to 1 advantage to about a 3 to 1 advantage somehow. I guess just by the choice of the battle tactics. Choosing your battle tactics really matters. And we'll watch it 2 times. First, cinematic mode. Oh yeah. And then we'll check the numbers, and then we'll watch it in scan view to get a better idea of what is actually happening. Here we go. Oh, look at those missiles. That's it. Yeah, you know they're way behind on tech when 6 of your small ships can take down 8 of their medium ships. For sure. Ooh, our hero leveled. Excellent. And you know what I want to do with him is I want this red tape scyther skill. Reduced assignment duration, but more importantly, hero can be assigned when the fleet is outside of friendly territory. That is a pretty good one. All right, so let's rewatch. Let's see how the numbers were first. Without missed shots. So good kinetic, good amount of beams. So it's important to have the kinetics, man. Their shields absorb 12,000 damage. We did 18,000 damage. This time we'll watch and scan. Okay, I think this right here is bombers. Let's take a look. Yeah. All right, so let's see how long these bombers last. I assume they're probably coming in on this guy. That is a pretty scary missile volley, right? Okay, here comes the bombers. We're firing on them. Poof, gone that fast. It was literally like one volley, and like it might as well be a it might as well be like missiles. Oh yeah, the hero ship's definitely taking some damage. We'll go back up to normal speed. Yeah, hero ship's taking a little bit of damage. See, these guys are blowing up. Look at it. He has almost full shields. All right, let me. Okay, so the thick line here on the inside is your hit points. The thin blue line on the outside is your shields. So look, this guy is almost toast, and he still has what? Probably 80% of his shields left. Going down and his shields are still up, so that means what most of the damage, because shields are really good against energy attacks, so most of the damage that's actually taking these guys out is the guns, is the kinetics. See, this guy's at almost probably 90% shields and he's got destroyed. Definitely having a combo of kinetic and energy is really good, because those kinetics are only good at medium and short range. Beams are really good at every range, but they do less damage than the kinetics, and they're also very heavily countered by shields. So it's good to have both. That way you kind of have all your bases covered. All right, so that fleet is defeated. Let's attack it, Deneb. Let's see, we have 1,100 on that fleet and 240 on that fleet, so we have a total manpower of over 1,300, and the battle tactic swarm as 1,260 is what we need to have a full landing force. So let's go ahead and do the ground invasion at Deneb. We're going to do swarm assault. I think we don't really need to watch it. We know we're going to win. We have an overwhelming force. And we got them. We blew up 5 buildings. They drafted and we still won, which, you know, converting civilian population into troops. And we will occupy. Oh, the ship popped out. Alright, we will need to chase him down. A butcher that is undamaged. It's full hit points. Okay. I am confident that this fleet can handle that one ship. Oh yeah, they'll easily be able to handle that. Okay, so that'll take, see, that'll be an attack and then he'll retreat and then we'll have to finish him off from wherever. Okay, at Bria. 375 troops defending. Our attacking fleet has 2,300 troops on it. 2,300 manpower. Actually, I want to take a look at this Deneb system real quick. Ooh, Citizens Entrepreneurium. That's nice. Expanded mines. Yeah, that's good. Pretty nice. Alright, we can scrap the Patriot pills. Other than that, everything gets to stay. Alright, that's good enough to get it started. Alright, and let's rename the system. So this will be DJ4. Alright. Alright. Cool. Next, on the chopping block, the Bria system. Let's go ahead and do our ground assault there. Under the guidance of Admiral Turlemaz. We have a big advantage. We're going to go swarm assault. I don't think we'll watch that one. It'll be an easy win. They drafted and we still smoked them. Destroyed these 4 buildings. Kind of hurts to lose the expanded mines, but you know, we will rebuild it. Not the end of the world. That's part of what happens when you do invasions of systems. Things get blown up. It has been captured. Let's take a look at Bria. 15 populations. This one's not fully depleted. Oh yeah, you know what? I need to look at that. Let me move these populations over here. These guys. Actually 2. Okay. not as much stuff here. Exotic rations is good. This one's hot, so we will use AI labor eventually. And that's at least enough to get us started. So Bria, we're going to rename to DK. Delta Kilo 3. Okay, Antares has 565 defenders. This is one we may or may not get. It's a little tricky. There's 1,100 in that fleet and then an extra 360 in this fleet. So that's enough to get us to 1260 on the ground attack. Swarm assault. We're going to watch this one because we may or may not get it. But we will hopefully get it. I think I saw it pop up. I think we got it. Draft. Ooh, they're drafting more troops. That went pretty well. Cool, we got it. Excellent. Excellent. There's only 2 population there. Wow. Four improvements destroyed. Nothing too expensive. 3 of them were defensive structures. All right. Antares is an off-lane system. 4 planets, all cold. 4 anomalies as well. At least 5 anomalies. 6 with trenches. Okay. Not a lot of development here. I probably blew up half of what was there. Okay, so all of that gets to stay. Yeah, we're gonna colonize and stuff. Looks like that's enough to get us going anyway. So Antares we're going to rename to DL4. And since it is off lane, there's a space there in my naming convention. So there's a space there if they're off lane, and if they're on lane, then there's a line there, a little hyphen indicating that they're on a star lane. Okay. I'm thinking this hero is going to bring 2 flax and a hunter. And he's going to do the final battle here. And what do we have here? We have some flaks, hunters. So let's see, we have 2 flaks and a hunter. Let's add a flak and a hunter. Okay, so now he has 2 hunters, 3 flaks. Bring him up here. All right, and we're taking on a butcher and a reaper, which is a coordinator and a hunter. They're both damaged. Okay, so if we go with 2 attackers, a protector, and the hero ship, then that'll give us an attacker and a protector in the top lane, and an attacker and our hero ship in the middle lane. That gives us 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense, and 26,000 hit points, going up against 1,700 attack, 1,800 defense, and 11,000 hit points. So we'll see if they retreat or if they'll stay and fight. I'm hoping they'll stay and fight just because it's fun to watch a fight. That's why I'm paring this fleet back so far, is to hopefully at least get a fight out of them. All right, we have them about 3-1. We'll stick with full reserves in case we need to fight again. And I want to spread this out by putting, that's right, I only have 3 command points, so it has to all be in the center lane. Oops, I didn't think that through. Okay, well, it is what it is. I needed 5 command points to be able to put something in the top lane. So everything in lane 1 is automatically going to be at long range. At least he's going to fight us. So we'll smoke the middle lane, and then we'll do the top lane. And again, the top lane has got bombers. We'll see how long they stick around. And we can see Cravers have become a big fan of repair and recover. I think once they got that battle tactic, they're using it a lot, kind of like I do. Middle lane is cleared. Now all at the top lane. So beams are like 90% effective at long range, and guns are like 10% effective at long range. So almost all the damage in that top lane is going to be beam damage that we inflict. So his shields will be really effective. How's he doing? There he goes. Kaboom. All right, let's check these numbers. Yeah, a lot more beam damage and a lot more shields. because of the middle lane to top lane long range fighting that happened. Cool. Very interested to see how the shields held up here. And curious to see how long these bombers last. I think those bombers were like poof, almost instantly. All right, we will see. Here they come. Missiles, no problem. Here's the bombers. Poof. Yeah. Okay, so here we are. Long range. So you see this thick blue line is the hit points, and the thin blue line is the shields. You see that beam did a little bit of damage. That beam did a little bit more damage. That might have been a critical hit or something. That beam did nothing. You can hear from the sound of it when it goes ka-chunk. Yeah, that's where the real damage is, whenever the kinetic rounds are hitting. That's what's really doing the damage. Yep. So he had 3/4 of his shields left when he got destroyed. So by studying how it actually plays out, it informs my strategy and how I build my ships. Beams are good. It's good to have that long range, but they're really countered pretty hard by shields, and he knows that. That's why he's going so hard on shields, I think. But anyway, that's about it for fleet. All that's left is this one ship now. Okay, so ground battle to invade the Craver home system. This will be the end of the Craver threat. Make sure we have enough man. Yes, we do have enough manpower. Yes, we do. All right, let's throw down. Swarm assault, 550 defenders. So we may or may not get this. Depends on the defense tactic he uses, and he may have a hero governor on that system that makes his defenses better somehow, better, more hit points or whatever. We'll see. Drafting, so he gets extra 175 troops. Glorious victory belongs to Emperor Zelivus. That's it. That's going to be the end of the Cravers, man. Occupy. Okay, 4 improvements destroyed. Not a big deal. We've gained control over the constellation. Hey, we have a 15% dust bonus. So at the start of the turn, we were at minus 12,000, which roughly matched our military upkeep. So that's a nice. We're less behind financially. Let's take a look at the system. So the Miragashi system has a unique planet Husk, which is the Craver homeworld. Of course, they're mutinous. Patriot pills, that can go. Looks like everything else can stay. Yeah, the Cravers don't really have a whole lot of their unique wonder super buildings here. They kind of have them spread out more. I normally put almost all of them on my home system. Cravers did not follow that approach, which, you know, whatever. JKLM DM. So we're renaming Miragashi. DM on a star lane, 4 rocky planets, and unique planet named Husk. Oops, not all caps. Okay. Jungle. This will go to Boreal. Anyway, we'll take another look at that off camera. Okay, so now that chapter of the galaxy's history is over. We can turn the page and start the pivot. Away from conquering the Cravers, since that's been accomplished, and now we'll be moving towards the next wave of aggression. So let's use our hero. Let's put together a fleet and then head south to the Vodyani area. Okay, so we have a battleship, 2 hunters, 3 flaks, and then I think the rest can just be attackers and protectors would be okay. I think I want 5 more attackers on this fleet. I'm going to take them from Admiral TZ, Turlamaz, I mean. Alright, so he's going to come down here. Okay, we have battleship, 2 hunters, 3 flaks, a couple protectors, and then all the rest is attackers. We have 32 of 32 command points. How long will it take us to get to the Vodyani home system? 2 turns, which really means next turn. There he goes. Look at him go. Quick. So he's here, and he'll get to here next turn. Nice. So he has 95,000 attack, 33,500 defense, and 179,000 hit points. Nice. Okay. So he'll be there next turn, and we'll be able to introduce ourselves personally to the Vodyani. Alright, we need to move some fleets. So this fleet, I pulled Hadrilenko off of that fleet. I'm going to bring it forward here towards Pavo. And I'm going to bring Hadrilenko is going to, I'm going to put him on this, on a fleet here. no assignment. It was taking, it looked like it was going to take 3 or 4 turns for him to get to the Riftborn home system, so I want to change that around a bit. Alright, so he's here at CK21B. Let's take a look and maybe give him an upgrade. Let's check out his ship. Alright. So first things first, let's give him a better engine. His current engine is speed 5, so that'll go to speed 6. And also gives like a dodge percent. Yeah, ship evasion 5%. And then let's upgrade this fleet accelerator from that to this. And then I'm okay with the weapon systems and defenses. That's okay. All right. So Admiral Hadrilenko, I think, is an excellent choice for being our emissary to the Riftborn. All right. Okay, he can be there. He'll be at Zane's next turn, and I think at Zane's we'll pick up some fleet. I think I'll bring that attacker up. So that fleet is a battleship, 2 hunters, 1 flak. It'd be nice to have another flak in there. I'll see if I have a flak available anywhere. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. So, anyway. There we go. There's one. Perfect. Pull these 2 attackers out. We'll add this flak in. Okay, now we have battleship, 2 flaks, 2 hunters, 2 protectors, and the rest is attackers. That'll be great. That'll be totally fine. Admiral Hadrilenko will join up with that fleet, and then we'll head down here to Dorado. And it looks like we'll take 2 turns to get there with that fleet. Okay, so we've got fleet heading over here to Lumeris. And I'm telling them to stop at Rhea for now. So we have 8 siege ships. Let's put together another siege fleet of 24. That way we'll have 32 total. Those to these. Okay, 24 siege. Add those to Rhea. And we're going to assemble fleet, and once we get a fleet together, we'll head over to Rotanev, since that's being guarded. Alright. And let's see here. We have a new hero. We have a primitive seeker. Okay, so a seeker, guardian, guardian. Okay, the guardians, these guys do not have fast movement. And this guy does not have fast movement either. So we will just use, we're going to use the primitive since they do have faster movement. So we're going to go ahead and use this guy. I will take him. All right. And we're going to assign him to fleet here. Okay, and break him out on his own. And the Overwatch can go back to sleeping. Okay, so the hero. Let's take a look at him. Okay. Fleet movement. Learning. More movement. Okay. 20% damage on fleet looks good. Increased manpower, maximum stock on ships, and extra siege damage on the fleet. Extra damage. Yeah, we can do extra damage. All right, cool. That looks pretty good. All right, let's upgrade his ship. Okay, so fastest engine possible, fastest fleet accelerator module possible, probe, defenses, attacks, I like these beams because they reduce the energy weapon accuracy. So it's a defensive kind of thing. All right, because hero ships don't really do much damage anyway. Okay. So let's have this hero meet up, rendezvous with our fleet at Rhea. And he's ridiculously fast, as it turns out. Probably should have had the fleet all meet up at Wasat instead of Rhea, but that's fine. So he'll be at Rhea. These guys will be at Rhea. And then we'll go to Polaris. So looks like maybe if he can meet up with everybody, we'll be at Lumeris homeworld next turn, and the Vodyani homeworld next turn, and the Riftborn homeworld the following turn. The turn after next is what it looks like. So looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.
No, we aren't to be trusted.
Nay, we aren't to be trusted. Okay. They're getting sneaky.
Don't doubt the purity of your motives. The Protectorate has a proposal for you.
Vodyani have a completely overinflated value of their self-worth. An alliance with them is not worth all of that. Silly rabbit. Sir Masala population increase has come to an end. Okay, well, we'll reboost. And you know what I did is I messed up, man. You look at the number of sowers I have is 47. I'll go ahead and reboost them. I have less than 50. So because I don't have 50, I don't have the sow and reap law anymore. So I'm running cram exam right now. instead of sow and reap, because I was over enthusiastic and sending so many of my sowers towards the newly captured Craver systems that I moved too many. So, oopsie. Academy power is increased. Okay, you know what I want to do? Running out of places to put points. I want to go ahead and move this trade subsidiary. So CD or whatever, CB, yeah, the one at CB here. We're currently at 205 red saying, 144 voidstone, 48 and a half benthic gems, and virtual artifacts is at 73 and a half. All right, I'm gonna scrap the trade subsidiary here. There it is. Boom. And I'm going to build it over here. Ooh, autonomous administration. Yeah, we'll build that too. Trade company subsidiary. We will build first and then the autonomous administration. Okay. So what I suspect is going to happen is the trade route is going to follow this path here across CI and come around over to here, which if it does that, then the next one I'm going to move is the one here at CE. I'm going to move that one over here to Husk. So that's my plan, man. And let's take a look at where we are at now for incomes. We're at 192 red saying, 133 voidstone, 48 and a half benthic gems, and 63.8 virtual artifacts. So it didn't actually impact the benthic gems, not significantly. Alexa. There we go. No. Oh, Governor Risto Libera. Here we go, man. We're going to do it. We're going to do the one that causes depletion. Okay, so on our home system, we are currently looking at 9,000 industry, 1186 dust, about 4,000 science, and 13,500 influence. Let's see what happens when we turn on this ability. +8 depletion points per turn on all planets, +2 food industry dust science, and +200% food industry dust science and influence on any undepleted planets. And let's see, what else will we use? Maybe a point over there. 18,000 industry, 3,200 dust, 9,200 science, 2,500 influence. So it almost doubled. It almost doubled. Roundabout. And you see I've got sell me ships in production now. And we have them queued up by the hundreds. So anything I had in queue where there was still like one partially completed military ship, I went ahead and let that military ship complete. So I'll pull these out of the hangars, and we'll get these last. This is the last of the military ships I'm building for now. I think I have enough to accomplish our objectives militarily. So I'll do the rest of that off camera. And essentially, I totaled it up. It was over 200 Selmy ships already built. In this one turn, 200 and I don't know, 220, something like that. So it's a lot. So we'll build those until we complete. Whatever, we'll build them for a few turns probably. Xeno and LP. I think I want to do it that way. I'm not going to immediately switch to the emergency labor policy, but that is how we do the financial maneuver that we can use this ability or this construction to drive up the amount of dust produced in the galaxy drastically, which then drives up the inflation rate, which drives up all the prices. So we can switch a lot of the systems that we currently have that are building Selmy ships. We'll switch those over to emergency labor policy, and they'll be producing dust. That'll suddenly spike the dust inflation way up. Everything sells for a lot. We'll sell any kind of resources that we want to sell. We'll sell luxury and strategics if we want to. At a nice high price. We'll sell all the Selmy ships at a really nice high price. Then we'll switch everything back over to producing Selmy ships again, and the amount of dust produced in the galaxy will drop way down, and this dust inflation will drop, and all the prices plummet. And we will have, sold all these ships and stuff. We'll have hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of dust. And when the price drops, these prices go down. So then we'll have the opportunity to go ahead and level up a bunch of these as well. And that'll drive up the amount of resources we get from our trade routes. So that's the little financial maneuver. It really only comes into play at the end of the game when you've already basically won anyhow. So, but it's fun to do. We now have the population collection bonus for the Cravers. Population collection bonus. Extra 1% damage on ships and troops for every depleted planet we have in our empire. That's cool. Yeah, losing population, it's a thing. That is powerful. And this is what we built this turn. So a lot of military, the military wrapped up in a whole bunch of Selmy ships. So we'll be building, looks like around at least 200 per turn, maybe more. We got an autonomous administration completed. For modernization at CM. Let's go ahead and build an autonomous administration. And there's another one at DE. Okay, so altogether, Right now we're at 61 of 55, so we're over by 6. But you can see approval's really high everywhere except for the systems that we just conquered. Only in the D area are people unhappy. Even DA is actually happy, and it is 56% ownership. So even though you have, even though we have systems that are really unhappy, when the ownership is really low, it doesn't really count against you very much. So it's like, yeah, they're only 4% happy, but they're also only 60% ownership, 16% ownership. So it doesn't really impact your total empire stats very much. All right. And so while they're mutinous and unhappy, is actually a good time to upgrade them when their unhappiness doesn't really count against you that much. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and do that. How are we doing on resources? We have, yep, we're tapped out. Okay. Still 4 upgrades. That was pretty good. All right. Let's take a look at the market real quick here. The marketplace, prices dropped again. And let's see, right now, I could use with some benthic gems. Benthic gems are cheap right now, so let's go ahead and get some. Also, I looked at all of this buying and selling that happened this turn. Altogether, it's around 41,000. So our 25% cut of that, we made around 10 grand in marketplace taxes. I think I'll just do like a before and after on the strategics. Okay, so after buying and selling, this is where we're at. Let's take a look, see if we have any luxuries we need to sell. Yeah, I guess we'll sell a little bit of our deciduous trees. Just so we don't max out. Everything else we can hold. All right, let's. I'm gonna click through all of my fleets and see if there's anything of note. Yeah, here's the thing of note. Our siege fleets did miss the war. They did miss out. So, let me have this guy pick up. He has a battleship, 200s, 2 flags. All he needs is some little stuff, really. I'm going to have him fly around and just kind of move some stuff. All right, he can come over here to DI and grab one more attacker. I'll have him come to DF, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do. I may use him to taxi these siege fleets over here to Alioth faster, right? Might be a good idea. All right, well, that looks like we're done with this turn. We've got the Cravers defeated, and we're now switching over to getting ready to introduce ourselves personally to the Vodiani, the Lumeris, and the Riftborn by having a large, powerful fleet show up at each of their home systems. And we will have been... We've made an example of what happens when you oppose the United Empire. We showed what happens to the Cravers, and then we'll proceed with conquering the home systems of those 3 factions. and then we'll go from there. So that's on the agenda. We may not get it done in one turn, but that's on the near horizon. And then after that, we'll take a look at whether we want to join the alliance of three, the last three factions in the galaxy, or if we want to just go ahead and conquer them as well, take their home systems, and that would be a victory condition of supremacy, capturing all of the major faction home systems. So we'll see which way we go with it, but either way, we're kind of on the home stretch of this series. Probably another 5 turns, maybe 10 at most, I think, something like that. More episodes, and then we'll be done with this one, and we'll be looking to start the next. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next one.